All right, guys. So rule availability not available, right? Not, I mean, available means that you can pretty much do everything with that rule. You can copy it, save it, and whatever you want to do it. Not available means you can copy it, edit it, save it, and circumstance whatever you want to do. It's all basically possible or permitted, but you cannot execute that rule. So here in this example that we have taken, we have a section rule, and um, we have two version basically. We have that same section rule in two rule set versions. So this is the version 2, this is the version 1. Currently version 2 is available, so of course this will be picked up, right? No other rule will be picked up. I mean, it will not even look for version 1. So if you execute this, you'll see version from version 2, right? This is the message that we have put it here to basically identify where it is being loaded from. Now, if you set this as not available, okay, um, let's check it out and mark it not available. Then Pega is going to look for next highest version that has an available rule in the same class or in the same class hierarchy, which is available for execution, right? So this time I marked is not available. What's going to happen? It's not going to pick the rule, this rule, the version 2 rule. It's going to pick the version 1 rule, and that doesn't have that message. Let's see that. Okay, casting might be. Let me check this in. And this is version 1. Okay, all right. So version 1 is being picked up. Now, if we had the same section into, let me just save as this again, and I will save it into the work class. It will not have a lot of things, so I will delete everything. I'll just put a message there. Come on. Oh, sorry. From work class. So in this situation, we have same section in one more class. Now we have it in the work class as well. Okay, the same section is available in work class as well. So if I have the section in this saving account available, and then it will not look for the work class because it found something in most appropriate class, right? But if I mark this one unavailable, not available, I mean version 2 is already not available. Let's mark version 1 not available as well. Then which rule will be picked up? The next available rule, nothing in this new saving account, then it will go into the work. If it finds something in the work, it will take that up. Where is that? This is checking. This is checking. Okay. See, from work class. All right. Now, if I mark the version 1 available, but okay, so this one is from the highest version, version 2. So then which one will be picked up? See, rule set takes priority. Rule set version takes priority, but not to the class. Class always takes the first priority. if it finds something in the same class in any of the available rule sets with available status, that will be picked up first. So even if I have the work class rule in the version 2, it will not be picked up as long as I find something available in version 1 and 2. That is from the new saving account, because that's the context, that's the case context, that's where we are executing it. Okay, so that's about not available. Then there comes final. Final rules are basically ones that you can use, you can execute. It's basically copy. You can execute it, but can't save it in another rule set. Okay, so this is used by Pega. When Pega basically configures some core feature of the platform that is essential for the processing of the cases and everything, certain rules are meant to be not changed, only changed by Pega. So we sometimes specialized Pega rules. So we actually have a Pega rule that is working fine, but we need to make some changes. So we copy that rule in our rule set, because the main Pega rule is locked. Rule set is locked, so you cannot change it. So you copy it in our rule set and then you change it. But final rules cannot be done that way. Final rules cannot be copied over to your application rule set. Okay, from Pega rule set. If I mark this rules, basically, let's say this rule as final, so I can save it in the next version. Pega also modifies that rule, right? Final rule in their next highest version, but only in their rule set. You cannot customize that. That is not available for you. Okay, so if I mark this one as a final, I cannot have it saved into another rule set. Let me try that. See? Okay, checked out fail. 1 second. This was final. Did I not check in that? 1 minute. Okay, let me check this in first. Right, now let me try to save as this. So let's say this one. See? Okay? You cannot have final rules in more than one rule set, only one rule set. The uses of it, Pega use it mostly because they have their own rule sets and that is logged. Usually we sometimes modify their rule to customize it for our application need. Final rules are not meant to be customized. Okay, so you cannot copy them over to your rule set and then change it. So that's the final. Next thing is blocked. Now blocked, you can again you can basically copy it and all do that, but cannot execute, and they block the application execution. Give a They give error. It's similar to not available. In the not available situation, what was happening? It was going to look for another rule, right? In any other version, next highest version, right? But here it will not look for any other version or any other class. It will immediately show you an error message as soon as it finds the block rule. So if you mark version 2 blocked, that will be first picked up for execution. It is blocked, it will give you an error. But let's say that version 2 is available. Sorry, it's available and version 1 is blocked, then no. So in that case, it will find version 2 first available, execute it. Unless it goes to the blocked, it will not do anything. And if version 2 is available, it will never go to blocked because it will not reach there. So let's try that out. So I'm going to block the version 2 first to show you the error. One second. So none of them is being picked up, but where is the error? Should ideally be error there. One second. Version 2 is blocked. This is also not being picked up. This is also not being picked up. It's not picking that up for sure, but it should show error. Maybe it's a section rule. So let me do one thing. All right, so this is the first screen, and on the section, in the section, basically that's not being executed, but error is not available for us to see. But if you want to verify the error, just run this one, and you'll see that okay, it's not available for execution either for the blocked availability. Or if it was some other rule, data transform or something like that, you might have seen the error as well. Let me just show you that. So where is the flow action? Okay, let me pick that up from here. Yeah. So this is the flow action, and we have add card data transform, right? I'm going to mark this add card data transform blocked. Okay, and I'm going to have a copy created in the lower class. I'm going to set py node to from work class. Check this in. Right, so if I try to submit that, see, even though there was an instance of it in the lower class, it did not pick. So blocked means that whenever that rule is resolved, the execution will be halted. Okay, it will not move ahead. So that's the block for us. I'm going to make it available. Check in. And then the next one is, and the final one is withdrawn. Withdrawn is quite similar to the same situation, but the only, I mean, like not available and blocked, but there's one exception. It actually looks for other rule. Okay, so not available was also looking for other rule, first in the same class, then in any lower class, right? And in next highest version. Withdrawn means it will not pick any rule from that class at all. Available, not available. If there is a withdrawn found, it will not take any rule from that class, but it will take the rule from lower class or any other class in the inheritance. So if I have these, right, and I mark to withdrawn, and this is available, which one will be picked up? No, it will not pick that up because it's in the same class. Okay, then it will go for this one. Okay, so let me mark the version 2 as withdrawn. Version 2 is withdrawn. Version 1 is available. Okay, and this is work class, right? I will mark the work class as available too. Okay, so both are available. Let me just check one more time. This is version 2. Sorry, I'll have to mark this withdrawn. So when we execute this time, which one will be picked up? The one from the work class. See, it ignored the other rule that was available in the same class. So it actually blocks that. It actually blocks that class. Does not block, just ignore it. It ignores that class and goes for the lower level classes or any other class that is in the inheritance. So that's withdrawn. It it will Pega will never look any class that is any subclass, upper class, never. It will just look lower only, right? You cannot access the property of subclasses or feature of subclasses. That is what higher class will be. So it is always going to look at any of the other classes in the inheritance path. So that is rule availability.